busting, no busting, or dirty cock gun button. At least more's right, rich, trying to do something. Pen as my weapon, fences up in turbans, no bluffing. Don't get it twisted, sort of more get handcuffing. Judges dismiss cases, prosecutors cussing. Telling my guys recuse themselves or get sued. Civil right leaders got conscious blacks marching on news. Stopping traffic, or people that didn't kill your sons and daughters. In Canaan land we call your Brighton out of order. Nationality has me awake like a sleep disorder. While most wear blinders, my peripherals broader. For the record, I sweat nervous court recorders. In Admiralty maritime shores, Moors walk on water. Engines return with mental kills, no sight blurred. While they stay killing their minds and saying they learn. Why you don't pull up on the passenger side of the police car and bust up the police instead of your brother? I've never heard of it. You're a gangster.
Islam, and greetings, Moors. Welcome back to another episode of Pardon the Interjection. I am your host, Supreme L. Want to give high honors to your prophet, my prophet, our prophet, Prophet Noble Jew Ali, and all the active Moors. Here on Pardon the Interjection, we dig up information to divulge to the people in the upliftment of fallen humanity. And yes, we have fallen, but yeah, we are getting on that road quickly to recovery or rediscovery of who we are as Moors. Moorish Americans, Al Moroccans. Today's show is going to be a really good show and special guest I have on, and we're going to bring him right on in now. Brother, would you come on in?
Thank you, Noble Supreme L. How you doing tonight, man?
Okay, I'm Bliss some more. On the phone we have your brother, my brother, Sultan Ali. What's going on with you, my brother?
Oh, you know, living life, proclaiming my nationality, and battling with my landlord. Just the basic rights of safety.
Right. Well, you know, what we're going to do, you know, we're going to have you go on in about, you know, situation that you're dealing with, because we should, like I say, this is a platform for the people. So I know we are going through some things, and I just wanted to put it on the record that, you know, y'all can come and tell us or tell me what's going on, you know what I'm saying, and I can put it out there for the people by bringing you on here and you putting your experience and the things that's going on, the events in your life that let you know that you are a Moor and standing on your square. So here it is. This is the platform for you, bro. Go ahead and speak what you guys say, Moor.
Well, my front door was not secured properly. This was not a problem that had just occurred. They had fired the staff prior, so when the new staff had came on, I had made them aware. They were constantly telling me that they would get to it, they would fix it, and it never got done. So I finally went and asked for another unit and was told that it would be $150 to transfer, which was ridiculous because it's not my fault that the door is like this, and it needs to be corrected. So they continued to play me and install. I ended up calling the property manager's supervisor and sending her some paperwork from RV Bay Publications. She never called me back, so I went down to the office to meet with the manager who was there. He had the door closed and ignored me for approximately an hour. I had sat there.
Right.
I went into his office and sat down, and he had asked me if I had spoke to his supervisor, Vicky. I said, yes. She never called me back. What did she tell you? He said, my hands are tied. You're going to have to pay the $150. I said, that's not right. That's not fair. And I'm not going to do that. You need to give me another I had filmed him. He had told me, you don't have permission to film me. You need to get out of my office. I told him, I can film you. You're a private corporation operating in North America, which I'm an heir by birthright. And, you know, I'm going to film you. So you mean to tell me that you're willing to violate the Constitution and the laws and protections provided? He was like, get out. Right. And I'm going to call the police. And I said, okay. So I had left at the same time. I'm like, I haven't done anything wrong. You know, it's within the Constitution and within the laws of being a landlord, the landlord-tenant rights agreement. So, you know, you want to call the police, I'm going to help you.
Right. Pardon the interjection, but so you were just trying to basically get another unit or get them to fix your security unit, and they're trying to get you to discharge more notes to them to fix it?
Right. And there were things going on in the area that I have no part of. And yeah, you need to have your door secure. I've lived places in the country where you can have your door open. This is not one of those places.
Right. So go ahead and continue. Go ahead and continue more.
So after he threatens to call the police, I'm like, I'm not afraid of the police. I haven't done anything wrong. I haven't broken any laws, so I'll call the police. I'll help you. We'll both be calling the police.
Right.
So I had sat there and waited, and when they came, I had showed them affidavits and proclamations and things about Morris America and the Constitution, and that I was not under their jurisdiction.
Right.
Immediately they act like they didn't know what was going on, and went in there to speak to the people in the office. They had cooked up a story, not knowing that I had the incident on my phone.
Right.
So, as we're walking back to my apartment, because I'm telling them, you know, do you want to see the door? They're like, well, they're just saying that you're tripping and it's a couple of paint chips and it's really no big deal.
Really? Wow.
And I'm like, well, let's go look at it. At the same time, the officer is telling me, now, you were disorderly in there, causing a disturbance with people in there. The only people in there was me and my girl. You know, so I'm like, sir, did you witness any of the things that they're saying? He's like, no. So my response was, okay then. So how are you going to immediately, he said, check your attitude. You will be arrested. I'm like, arrested for what? For human rights and civil rights, constitutional rights, safety? You know, I'm going to be arrested. It's the way you behaved in the office. And I'm going, I didn't do anything in the office.
Right.
Sir, I have probable cause to arrest you. You will be booked, and you will be taken down to the station. I'm like, for what? I haven't violated any law. Arizona statute, blase, whoop-de-whoop. I'm like, okay, I thought I told you before I wasn't under that jurisdiction. So they go and they look at the door. They see me use the key, and they're like, well, it looks fine. But if you look at the video, you could see the tape.
Right.
And where somebody had filler, where the door was bent, and at the window next to it, that if you slide that wood, you could actually move that window, stick a clothes hanger in there, and pop that deadbolt.
And
get
in there.
All right. So they say that doors and windows are only to keep the honest people out.
Right. And I see, pardon the interjection, I see that in that video more that you could slide that wood open in that glass, and yeah.
Right. With the events that were going on within the area, I hadn't got much sleep. It was like a soldier, you know. You go to sleep, you may not wake up. You don't know how desperate the next person is, and
right.
if it's that easy to get into your house and they desperate, well, why not?
Right. Plus, pardon me, bro. Plus, you say that it was someone upstairs we had robbed or got shot at or got something happened.
Yes, my neighbor. I don't know what the situation is. Like I say, I'm in the house. I just happened to see people helping him move, and I was like, well, why is he moving? They said, I don't know, you can go talk to him upstairs. So when I got upstairs, he had drew down on me and was like, whoa, it's just the guy. He was like, oh, it's you, come in. And he was like, did you hear what happened? I said, I didn't hear anything. He said, well, I don't know if you want to be here. Some people came in my house, robbed me, and shot at me, and he jumped off the balcony. He was like, I'm never coming back. I'm moving. I'm getting out of here. I would suggest you do the same thing. You may not want to be seen around me. So I had immediately got out of his house. No questions asked. I saw that bullet hole, and it was like, you know, you guys really need to fix my door.
Wow.
This is a matter of life and death and jeopardizing me and my family's safety.
Right. And then and continue more.
So after the police, they ended up citing me. They're not police; they're imposters. You know, they cite me and tell me I'm not allowed into the office.
Wow. Really?
Anymore.
Wow.
No restraining order, no court order, no court document, just because they said so.
Right, and pardon me. So, you know that's illegal. So, what's your steps that I think you should have did from the beginning, but you can still do now? What is your next step, more?
My next step is to go to the sheriff, but even though they told me not to go into the office is the only place where you can send mail out.
Right.
So in order for me to send my mail, I had to go into the office. Going into the office, I had saw the manager again and told him, you know, my door needs to be fixed. You guys don't want to move me to another unit. You're in violation of the Tenant Act agreement. His response was, you can't be in here, you can't be in here, you can't be in here. Well, why not? I'm coming to ask you about safety and my door.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm going to come in here. There's no restraining order, and not causing a problem. The problem is that you don't want to fix my door. So I left the property, but I came back to get clothes or something. I forget. But when I came back, I had seen like 10 officers outside of my apartment. I continued. I just went back to my hotel room.
Right.
I called him in the morning, and he was like, well, we had to call them out here to keep the peace. 10 of them, the task force. Okay, sure. Is what I'm thinking to myself, like, you were trying to have me hit.
Right.
Yeah, I was in shock. Like, man, he would go ahead, these people try to lay me down.
And then, so now, pardon me. So now that you know that you're gonna go to the sheriff's, right? You know, you should have had them, but to put yourself on a record like that with the sheriff's. Well, what are you moving towards now?
I have no choice but to do so, because he's used fraud, deceit, deception, and coercion. You know, yeah, I'm at a loss for words. So he tells me, well, we put a metal plate on the door, and at the bottom where it was bent, we put a metal brace to straighten it. We're going to have to order you a new door and a new frame, because I figured if I made him upset enough, he would call the police again. So the second time they came, they were able to see a card sticking out between the window frame and the door, showing and proving it was unsafe, which I couldn't do prior because I was under duress.
Right.
So when I finally get back, they served me with an illegal eviction, terminating my tenancy immediately, and it's in dreadful language, even though it is fraud. Afraid for my life. I have been in a motel, and yeah, that's what it is. So
do you, pardon me, do you have, pardon me, bro, do you still have property there or at the unit?
Yes, I do, but based on the fact that he's already lied, and I believe that he was trying to have me killed, I haven't went back. So tomorrow I have to call the sheriff and go through the proper channels with the court to sue these people.
Right. Well, you know, that's what you have to do more, and you know, just you know, stay in your square more, and do what you have to do, because, you know, especially if you still have property there, you know what I mean. You want your personals and want your persons, and you are entitled to your person. So, like, with that being said, we at least got a 20-minute on here. I want to come back because I'm gonna do a little something and chop the video up in it. So, you know, we're gonna come back for a part 2 of this, and we're gonna see and keep your story afloat and keep your story going more. You know what I'm saying?
I have no choice. I can't stop now. They put me in a position of, basically it was genocide. Right.
So,
they were trying to carry out, based on the fact that he didn't like the way that I spoke to him. Later, he did admit that the door was unsafe. It was unsecure when he went to go check, and he actually apologized to me after doing all of this dirty stuff and filling out this fraudulent certified letter with no court stamp evicting me. The only people that have the power to do so is the sheriff. Thank you for being there for me, man. I'd like to thank you and Cujo, you know, just for taking the time out to speak to me.
Well, no, that's not a problem. We give you thanks more for being and standing on your square. So, you know, I want to personally thank you, you know, especially for my brother Cujo. Like I say, we will just you know, saying, keep up the fight more. Just keep up the fight. And like I say, we're going to come back, you know what I'm saying, with a part 2 of this, and keep you up and abreast, and, you know, stand with you more, because we all are more in unity. You know what I'm saying? We got to unify more. And like I say, keep standing on your square and keep studying more, keep studying more, and stay who you are. Don't let no one change who you are more, because we are more as Americans. So with that said, I want you to do you have any shout outs you want to give out to anybody, and any words of encouragement you would like to say?
Well, you know, I gotta give elevated honors to the Prophet Noble Ali,
Islam,
Master Teacher Taj Tariq Bey, and for those that are naysayers and speaking bad, you're dirty for this fact. Those people aren't there to protect your rights. And if you think that you're just going to print something up or watch a video and go, hey, here, look, it doesn't work like that. You know, you're in a fight. you got to be prepared to get hit and, you know, possibly lose your life because they're not playing.
That's right, Moore. That's right. And
so, you know, for anybody saying, well, Taj is teaching, no, you know what? These people are lawless. Taj is telling you right. And when you become a Moor, it's more than just saying, hey, I'm a Moor, put on a fan and making some funny old video. I don't have 300 gangsters in the building. And I would like to thank you and Cujo for reaching out and you know, just encouraging me through this, because man, if you watch the video and how they was acting, it was it wasn't funny then.
Right.
Not at all.
Right. And you be willing to die for this cause, more, because I'm willing to die for my family, letting us know that we Moors more. You know what I'm saying? That's my thing. So yeah, you got to be ready to lay down your life for this more, because it's who you are. You know what I'm saying? It's who we are. You know what I'm saying? I want to give major honors, extremely major honors to our prophet, your prophet, the prophet of the people, Noble Drew Ali, Sheikh Sharif Abdul Ali. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, with that, I want to give, always international/national Grand Sheikh Amir Taj Tariq Bey, and my big brother Cujo Adwell up top, and all the active Moors, because that's what we got to do. We got to stay active, Moors. We got to stay active, not passive, and we have to do it with an intelligence. We have to do it with intelligence. All right. Now, I'm gonna say we're gonna come back on the flip side on this with part 2. So I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna chop it up and do what I do with the video. But I'm gonna get back with you, okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Not
Now,
a problem.
And I want to say, my people, thank you for joining me and also having my co-host on here. And I want to say, my good brother Sultan Ali, thank you for coming on, brother. I'll get back with you.
Thank you for having me, and I will keep you posted on the play-by-play, and let people know what's happening.
Please, more, and that's how we keep ourselves out there and let people know who we are. You know, these are the experiences y'all want to see and hear. Experience of Moors. Well, here you go. This is what we do, and this is our experience, good or bad. We're gonna still stand on our square. And thank you again, brother Sultan Ali. Thank you. One again. I'll talk to you in a minute, bro. Peace, more.
Islam. Thank you, brother.
Islam. Well, there you have it, Moors. Another one, okay? Another brother, you know, standing on the square, doing what he have to do. Despite, you know, going through what they think they are. You know what I'm saying? And that's just you know what it is and how it is. You know, and we are Moorish Americans. We're Moors. So as you know, show who you are. You will be. Alright? And I want to also, before we go, I want to add something to the video. We have going out, we have Grand Sheikh Taj Tariq Bey's study drives, zip drives. You can bring your own flash drive to class, 16 gigabytes or more, and we will load the study drive files on it for 5 notes. They were loaded for 5 notes. If you can't get one in person, the easiest way of obtaining the study drive information is by purchasing a preloaded 16 gigabyte flash drive from House of Reawakening Minds for 20 notes, 27 notes to international locations, which includes processing and shipping. The discharging or payments can be made at www.paypal.me/Nyla Gilliam, NAILAHGILLIAM, or by sending a money order or check to Nyla Gilliam, NAILAH space Gilliam, GILLIAM. Lastly, you can mail a 16 gigabyte flash drive to House of Reawakening Minds, 602 Vandever Avenue, VANDEVER Avenue, Wilmington, Delaware, 19802, along with 10 notes for processing and shipping, 17 notes to international locations. Please, 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 please do not send registered mail requiring a signature. Islam. And with that being said, I want to give a shout out to House of Reawakening Minds and my good sister mother, Nyla, Dr. Nyla Gilliam L. I just want to put that out there because we're going to be doing that more often and putting that out there. Okay? So, with that being said, don't believe me. Go check it out for yourself, Moors, and you'll be amazed at the jewels you'll find on your treasure hunt. This has been another episode of Pardon the Interjection with your host, Supreme L. Until next time, stay safe, family. And as always, I say, Islam, love, and peace forevermore.
And bust on the police instead of your brother. I've never heard of it. You say you're a gangster? 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 Black power my ass, y'all just playing the ass posing, frontin', no bustin', no dirty cock gun button. At least more's right, rich, trying to do something. Pen as my weapon, fences up in turbans, no bluffing. Don't get it twisted, Sultan Morgan handcuffing. Judges dismiss cases, prosecutors cussing, telling my guys recuse themselves or get sued. Civil right leaders got conscious blacks marching on news, stopping traffic. Or people that didn't kill your sons and daughters. In Canaan land we call you writing out of order. Nationality has me awake like a sleep disorder. While most wear blinders, my peripherals broader. For the record, I'm sweating nervous court recorders. In Admiralty, maritime shores, Moors walk on water. Engines return with no cures, no sight blurred. While they stay killing their minds and saying they learn.